What's up everybody, it's me, FlashySupreme, and welcome to my YouTube channel, FlashySupreme Gaming. In today's video, we'll be playing as Ash, since Wraith had already been selected by the first player in the character selection screen. Lucky for them, I'm not the type of Wraith main that'll rage quit because of this, but when I select Ash, you better be at least halfway decent. Regardless, let's proceed with the video.
Introducing your champion. I don't fear anything.
In this match, the champion is the genuine Season 13 Apex Predator Wraith. This would serve as a good heads up that things might get a bit sweaty now in this game.
See how impressive you truly are. That is an ideal landing place. Show no mercy.
I was a jump master of the game, so I decided that we were going to land at the building near Forest. The plan that I had envisioned in mind was to pick up whatever weapon that could be found, and then proceed towards Checkpoint, regardless of the loot discovered within the buildings in the surrounding area. So I landed at the closest building where the action would soon be unfolding. I stepped inside the door, nothing at first, but then we located an alternator. As we looked throughout the building in each room, we eventually discover a car SMG. A car SMG and an alternator is more than adequate, for now at least. However, it was time to be focusing on more important tasks. It is time to go over towards Checkpoint before anybody else is eliminated up there. It seemed as if I was paired with a decent Valkyrie. They had made it to Diamond before, hence the Season 3 dive trail. They at least understood what the plan was here, to go check out whatever was about to go down atop a checkpoint. I was ready for whatever was going to be encountered up here. As soon as the doors were open, the enemy Seer used their abilities against me. I disregarded these minor distractions. They failed to prevent me from cracking the enemy Mirage's shields. The push moves forward as Valkyrie knocks the enemy Mirage down by sniping with a triple take.
Pitiful, allowing themselves to be caught.
Another enemy caught by the arc snare as well. I also fired a few rounds out back towards the containers where the enemy Seer was hiding. I noticed an enemy Gibraltar to the right. I fired a few rounds at them with the hemlock. They hastily retreated after receiving a round or two worth of damage.
Someone's got a shot on me, pretty sure.
Enemy at that location.
An unfortunate turn of events mid-fight, the enemy Seer was able to 1-2 our Valkyrie with a longbow, although I was able to prevent the enemy Seer from pushing, since I caught him with the arc snare. It bought us just enough time for the Wraith to revive the Valkyrie. However, a well-timed grenade plus microdrone swarm not only knocked the Valkyrie, but also launched her off the balcony. I didn't have any idea where the Valkyrie was located after she got hit by the grenade blast, so it might be a minute before anything can be done with that, considering we don't know the location of where she landed. It also didn't make sense to ultimate where she was located, even if we knew where she was at. That'd just lead the enemy team towards her. Returning to the fight, I was back to cracking enemy shields again. However, another enemy squad begins to fire at us. The Wraith and I trade shots at the second enemy squad. This would be a good opportunity to arc snare somebody again, since it looked like the enemy team was trying to hold down the rooftop of the building across from us. They weren't going anywhere, especially if they'd been snared.
I shattered an enemy's shield.
Scan this area.
Enemy's shield. Reloading.
If it weren't for the Valkyrie clip yelling for help, I probably would have forgotten about her amidst all that's currently going on. I knew for sure the Wraith couldn't be bothered reviving Valkyrie again, so I took it upon my own initiative to revive Valkyrie instead.
Find me heavy ammo.
It was time to get back into the fight. Good thing our Wraith was cracking enemy shields left and right with a 30-30. I was low in ammo, so I had to make sure to make my rounds count. Not only were people getting snared with the tactical, but we just knocked one of the squad's Gibraltar. There's no time to waste. Time to make proper use of Ash's ultimate. There was nowhere to run. I found the Gibraltar and I'm crawling towards the AC unit. It's unwise to allow downed enemies a chance to be revived by their teammates. Also, I swapped out the Hemlock for another alternator. There still remains the enemy Seers becoming somewhat of a nuisance, so I took a look outside to see if I could spot him. I overheard a lifeline drone that was somewhere nearby. Fortunately, the team took care of that, and it became a non-issue. I witnessed an Octane skittishly pacing around frantically. I made sure to catch him with the arc snare. They're not going anywhere. I slid down the stairs and put an end to the third party.
What's your strategy?
Avoid jumping.
What a pitiful squad.
Need to recharge my shields. Making contact with enemy. Taking fire. Fox 3, visual clear. Good tone.
Seer emerges again, only to waste another ultimate. It fails to detect any enemies. The Wraith, slinging with 30-30, surprisingly knocks the enemy Mirage, despite the enemy team having height and positional advantage. The Wraith and I wait for the Seer ultimate to pass, before pushing whoever was attempting to revive inside. The Mirage tries to block the doors from opening. This wasn't going to stop either of us. Instead, I decided to attack from another angle, with him through the window outside.
Enemy killed.
I shield swap the Mirage shields for blue shield. The final enemy in the surrounding area is eliminated by the Valkyrie. They also revive the Wraith. I was still low in heavy ammo. Just 8 rounds remained. Even though I took all the heavy ammo, I pinged a level 3 body shield, a reasonably fair trade-off, considering I was using the wingman. There was still enough time to check the death boxes in the nearby vicinity for supplies and potentially information regarding any survivors. So after I used the Phoenix kit to fix a broken level 3 body shield, I decided to gather supplies and information from the remaining death boxes in the surrounding area. There were no remaining survivors. This could only mean that we were the only people that survived landing at this area. Everybody was dead, apart from us and 3 other squads.
My ultimate is prepared. Do not slow me down.
By no means are the spiders difficult to eliminate, but I left this part of the video in since it includes the only time where any good loot was found throughout the entire game. Since the spiders drop valuable items once they are eliminated, I took some of the compatible upgrades for both of my weapons. There was a purple extended heavy magazine, purple barrel stabilizer, and some ammo that I had gathered. Upon clearing out the spider nest eggs, we were rewarded with crafting materials that could be useful to any replicator. However, a new problem is presented. The closest replicator was nowhere nearby our location. We'll have to move towards the opposite side of the map in order to find a replicator to use.
Perfection.
We cut through the tunnel in order to reach the next point of interest on Stormpoint. This part of the map is officially known as Oasis.
We're not the first ones here. Eyes peeled for bogeys.
The Valkyrie mentions that enemies have been present in this location before. We clear the building at Oasis. If there were enemies here before, it's been a while since they were last here. All is relatively peaceful and dull here at Oasis. Signs of life are eventually detected. I could overhear enemy gunfire originating from the direction of Cascades. So I mark on the map the area where the enemy gunfire can be overheard. I also mentioned I'm looking at the respawn area southwest of Cascades. The Wraith understood what I meant. However, the Valkyrie was in the complete opposite direction. She was located at the other replicator. I checked the death boxes while waiting for the Valkyrie to show up, as well as waiting on whatever the Wraith was crafting in the replicator.
Copy that.
The ring was going to close within 30 seconds. We needed to attack swift and precise in order to secure the victory from the last 2 remaining squads. Once we finally had acquired a visual on the enemy, it was down to just us versus them. I marked the general area of where the enemy had been eliminated, and we moved forward with the push. The endgame begins. The Valkyrie fires her missiles, and the Wraith is going wild west of one of the enemies. A Horizon leaps out of the bushes to try and throw me off. It fails to surprise me entirely. Our SMG is a weapon of choice for this game, as it is what takes the Horizon down. The game is over by the beginning of the 3rd round. The kill leader has been eliminated, and we are the new Apex champions.
I had hoped the kill leader would be more impressive.
That concludes the game for
You are
today.
the Apex
This was just a
champions.
preview of me using Ash at the beginning of the first split for Season 13. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. That's all from me for now. This is me, FlashySupreme. Keep it flashy and reign supreme.